And welcome back as we are just about to get underway. The Dogs all set to receive. Back deep for the Dogs will be Chad Platt, Shannon Sullivan. Chad Platt with a huge game in kickoff returns last week. Had one official and another one that was called back by an inadvertent whistle on the field. So a tough break as Chad nearly had 2 kick return touchdowns just last week. He does have 2 on the season. And Shannon Sullivan with an outstanding return last week as well. The ball is teed up. We are ready to go. And here's the kickoff. This one's going to be angled in Sullivan's direction. Shannon will catch it at the 9, out across the 10 to the 15 to the 20, looking for a hole, 25. Pushes his way forward out to about the 30-yard line before he's brought down by Devontae Belk, and that's where the Dogs will start out 1st and 10 to start the game.
Good job by Shannon following the wedge. Had a little bit of room there and gets it up to the 30 for a good field position to start the opening series of the evening for the 0-6 Double G Dogs.
So Christian Hodge and the Dogs offense takes the field. Expect a run-heavy attack tonight for the Dogs as they look to control clock, keep the Red Devil offense off the field. They're going to start out with Chad Platt and Shannon Sullivan in the Wildcats. Sullivan will take the snap, and Shannon takes it. He's going to give to Platt. Platt pushes out to the 30 and out to maybe the 33-yard line, picked up about 3 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I believe it's the first time we've seen that this year. Sullivan and the Wildcat makes the read, gives the handoff to Platt, and Platt burrows his way for short yardage. But yeah, both these teams, they're not going to put the ball up much in the air tonight.
And they're going to stay in the Wildcat with Sullivan in the shotgun, Platt on his right, Christian Hodge split out to the far side, 2 receivers to each side, and it's going to be a fake this time. Sullivan's going to keep it, cuts it up inside. There's going to be a loss of yardage and a flag down. Sullivan got dropped at about the 31-yard line. Flag flew in.
Should be a hold.
It is, so that'll back the Dogs up. They'll repeat 2nd down, bring up a 2nd and long. So Coach Wagner lied to us again, George. He said he was going to be run heavy. So far, we've seen 2 Wildcat formations.
Well, they're not going to throw out of that.
Yeah, at this point, they had 4 receivers out there. Maybe they're setting that up for later. Ball's going to be spotted all the way back at the 20-yard line. Dogs need to 40 for a 1st down, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 20.
Yeah, costly penalty right in front of the official. I think that was Josh Harvey.
Now it'll be Platt under center. Double wing set. The single back is Chad Platt. Or excuse me, that's Johnny Hester, and Hester's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll bring up a 3rd and 20.
Yeah, ran into a wall there. No place to go. Loganville with a definite size advantage on the defensive line.
Going to spot it out at the 21, so a gain of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 19. Braden Randall split out to the near side. Johnny Hester will go out to the far side. He's actually supposed to be the tailback. He just realized it and scampered back to his position. Platt in motion. He'll get the handoff, trying to get around the far side. He gets tripped up. Maybe a gain of 1. It'll bring up 4th down. The Dogs will have to punt this one away.
Yeah, it looked like Ben Smith, senior defensive back, came up with some push there, and it will disrupt the sweep by Platt. Tried to turn it upfield, no place to go.
So the Dogs net -9 on their first possession. And Colin Shannon on to kick this one away.
Colin been a real bright spot for the Double G Dogs this year with his punting.
Another beauty here as Dorley has to call for a fair catch and dropped it. He's lucky it bounced out of bounds, but that is going to be Loganville ball all the way back at the 39-yard line. So a 41-yard punt for Colin Shannon, no return, and that's where Loganville will start their first possession, 1st and 10 at their own 39.
Good length on the punt by Colin Shannon, but he also angled it toward the sideline. Return man had no opportunity.
Now, Colin Shannon, a little bit rare last week. We saw the Flowery Branch coach actually pull Colin aside and tell him what a good job he did. And He did. He was exceptional last week, keeping the dangerous return men for Flowery Branch on the side. Now Loganville's going to come out in a shotgun. Quick pass out to the near side. Caught across the 40, 45, 50. Cutting back up inside, 45, and out of bounds goes number 9, Tony White. So Loganville also making liars out of us. They come out throwing. They're going to have first down in Winder territory at the 43-yard line.
Huge pickup there. You know, that's something they've obviously seen in the film because Flowery Branch took advantage of that last week against Winder Barrow. Gainesville earlier in the season, that wide receiver screen for the big yardage.
Now Harrison under center. It's going to be a pitch out to the left to Merriweather. Merriweather gets the edge. He's got big yards. He's picking up about 13 before he's finally run out of bounds by Ramsey. It'll be another first down for Loganville, and they are getting deep into Winder territory very quickly. 9:09 left here in the first quarter. Ball will be spotted at the 32.
Yeah, Merriweather's a dangerous running back. He gets in some open area and is capable of taking it to the house.
Offset eye behind Harrison. Takes the snap. The give is going to be a dive right up the middle to Beck, and he's going to pick up about 5 before he's tripped up. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5.
He gained 6 yards.
Braxton Beck coming off a big game a week ago against Appalachia. At 124 yards rushing.
2nd and 5 here. Harrison will be in the shotgun. One back to each side, a receiver to each side. Harrison takes it, gives to Merriweather. Merriweather, nice tackle there at the 22-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 4, real close to first down yardage. Looks like it's going to be 3rd and less than 1.
All right, big opportunity for the Double G Dogs defense here to stiffen.
Harrison again will be in the shotgun.
Loganville with an excellent all-state kicker.
The give this time to Beck. Beck looking for the edge. Dogs hit him, drop him behind the stick, and there's also a flag down. So we'll see. Coach Wagner will probably want a measurement here. If it comes up 4th down, he may elect to decline it.
I think it's going to be short.
It's going to be a chop block. So let's see what the call is here. I think he is short. See if the Dogs elect to send him back, or it's officially a loss of 1 back out to the 25.
Go Devils!
7:57 just underway. Dogs went 3 and out on their first possession. And this is Loganville's first drive. Started at their own 39-yard line. They're now into Dog territory at about the 23-yard line.
Dogs are going to accept the penalty.
Yeah, the chop block will be enforced there, so we'll repeat 3rd down. It'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Again, they've got a great kicker in Matt Flynn.
It's a 15-yard penalty, so that'll back him all the way out to the 41.
I think that had some influence on the decision to take the penalty.
Absolutely. If it was a hold, maybe just 10 yards. Maybe not so much, but a chop block.
If they decline it, he's still in field goal range.
That's true. So now shotgun formation, 4 receivers, trips left. Harrison takes it, drops straight back, 7-step drop, fires deep over the middle, wide open, but overthrew him. He had a man with nobody on him. It was number 4, Taylor Boss, and Harrison just unable to connect. So the Dogs dodge a huge bullet there.
Yeah, Chad Platt, I think our first look at him in the secondary this year. Saw him there a year ago. He was beaten handily by the wide receiver there by Loganville. And Harrison just overthrew him.
And now here on 4th down, Loganville's going to go for it on 4th and 19. Again, trips left, Harrison in the shotgun. Drops straight back, no pressure, looking again, fires deep, wide open, overthrown again. Exact same play, different receiver this time. It was Tony White, and he was wide open, nobody on him. He had a corner maybe 3 yards behind him. But Harrison, again, unable to connect, so the Dogs, again, dodge another bullet. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Platt with a little closer coverage there, but still was beaten. So the Dogs' D does stiffen, and I'll turn it over to the offense. Let's see if the Double G Dogs can get something going with their ground game.
A little strange, too. There was no safety help deep. There was nobody back there on either of those 3rd or 4th down plays to help out in a busted coverage. Here's Hodge, gives to Hester. Hester looking for a hole and got maybe a yard before he's driven backwards. Actually had the ball ripped out of his hands by Ben Smith, but it was called down, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Going to give him 1 on the carry by Hester. Hester with a touchdown last week. Finally healthy. Dogs go with a host of running backs.
Braden Randall will be that's a double wing set for the Dogs with Hester the tailback. Hodge looking to pass, rolls out, fumbles, dropped the ball, and now there's a scrum. I think the Dogs were able to get back on it. It was knocked out of his hands. Austin Stewart got in there to cover it up.
Wow.
They just signaled. Okay, now they changed the signal. They originally signaled it was a Loganville ball. Now they turn around, and Austin Stewart was able to save it for the Dogs.
Evan Messer, their leading tackler from a year ago, the senior linebacker, outstanding player on the blitz, and put the heat on Hodge, and Hodge coughed it up, and fortunately Austin Stewart was Johnny on the spot and was able to fall on that because he had Red Devils surrounding him. So Dogs now with a 3rd and an eternity.
3rd and 21 here from their own 30-yard line. They need to get across midfield to the 49 for a 1st down. Inauspicious start here for the Dogs. Went backwards on their first possession, and now facing a 3rd and 21 as Hodge will be in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 in the near. Hodge rolls out right, looking deep, fires to the sideline, incomplete. He was looking for Shannon Sullivan at about the 45, but threw it right out of bounds. That'll bring up 4th and 21, and Colin Shannon will come on for his 2nd punt of the night. 6:44 left here in the first quarter. We are scoreless. Loganville drove deep into Dog territory before a chop block pushed them out of field goal range, and they missed on 4th down. Dogs took over and not able to do anything with it, so they'll punt away here. Colin with his heels on the 15. And no pressure. Colin, another directional kick to the far sideline. It's going to bounce at about the hash, and the Dogs will touch it up at the 44-yard line. They're actually going to give that bounce out to the 46, and that's where Loganville will start their 2nd series. 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line with 6:35 left in the first quarter.
Some big games on tap in the region tonight. Clark Central travels to Gainesville, while Heritage is at Flowery Branch. So the 4 top teams in the region tangling with one another.
Loganville coming out, 2 receivers to the near side. Harrison in the shotgun, gives to Merriweather.
Yes.
Merriweather's going to be wrapped up and dropped. Ophia Swabu gets in there, and drops him in the backfield. It's going to be a loss of about 2 and bring up a 2nd and 12.
Yeah, Swabu with a great job shedding a blocker, able to get his hand on the elusive Merriweather. They finally stopped number 7.
1 receiver to each side. Harrison in the shotgun, single wing, 1 back. Harrison looking for a quick screen, connects at the 45-yard line, and the Dogs there to force it out of bounds at about the 49. It was Boss on the reception. Dogs with good coverage there, gain of 5. It'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, again, they've seen that a lot in the film. Teams have had great success with that wide receiver screen. Out of the shotgun, just take the snap, make the quick throw to the wide receiver, and let the wide receiver do the work.
Much more passing from the Loganville offense than we expected as they come out now in a 4-receiver set, 2 to each side, but the give will go to